No one expected the moment to happen. Not during a casual livestream, not in the middle of a light-hearted interview, and certainly not from Sam Heughan, who had spent over a decade dodging every question tied to one specific topic: his relationship with Caitriona Balfe. But then, with millions watching worldwide, it happened. A single sentence slipped past his guard, spoken too softly to be scripted and too emotionally charged to be dismissed. And within seconds, the internet exploded. The interview began harmlessly enough. Sam was relaxed, smiling, answering fan-submitted questions about upcoming projects, travel plans, and behind-the-scenes stories. The host, sensing the ease in the conversation, gently eased toward more personal territory. Questions about friendship, about trust, about the people who shaped his journey. Sam handled them smoothly, offering thoughtful but vague responses. But everything shifted the moment the host mentioned Caitriona. Her name alone changed the air. Sam paused, not dramatically, but noticeably. His smile softened, his eyes dropped for half a second, and something unguarded flickered across his face. The host caught it immediately and pressed just enough to stir curiosity without causing discomfort. "You and Caitriona have a very rare connection on screen," she said lightly. "People always wonder, how much of that is acting, and how much is the real bond you two share?" For a moment, Sam chuckled, his usual tactic to deflect. But the laugh didn't fully reach his eyes. Instead of pivoting or offering his usual polished answer, he exhaled slowly, as if the question touched something he tried hard to bury. The host waited. The chat section of the livestream went wild. And then Sam said the one sentence that would change the entire narrative of his career. "Maybe, my feelings were never just acting." The host froze. The chat exploded in all caps. Sam blinked, realizing a second too late what he had said. He immediately looked down, running a hand across his jaw, a telltale sign he was scrambling for a recovery. But nothing could undo the raw honesty already out in the world. Millions of people clipped the moment instantaneously. Within minutes, it hit Twitter, TikTok, Facebook, fan forums, waves of disbelief crashing across every platform at once. The studio team backstage reacted instantly. One producer reportedly mouthed, "Oh my God." Another grabbed their phone. A third attempted to signal Sam off camera, but he was too lost in the weight of his own words to notice. The host tried to lighten the mood, saying, "That sounds interesting," but her voice wavered with shock. She knew exactly what he had implied. Everyone did. When Sam finally looked back up at the camera, his face was different, more vulnerable, more exposed. He tried to laugh it off, saying, "I mean, you know, acting is all about emotion," but the damage was done. His eyes told the truth. A truth he had kept hidden for years. A truth he never intended to speak aloud. And fans, experts, and even journalists recognized it instantly. The internet dissected every millisecond of the moment. Some slowed the clip down to analyze his breathing pattern. Others zoomed into his eyes, claiming they saw the flash of someone who had finally let his guard slip. Many pointed out how Sam had always been comfortable talking about Caitriona, until the subject turned emotional. This time, there was no barrier. No witty joke, no smooth transition. Just honesty. Raw, unfiltered honesty. Entertainment outlets published detailed analyses within the hour. Headlines screamed, "Sam Heughan confesses feelings for Caitriona Balfe." The internet has never seen Sam this exposed. The slip he could never take back. Meanwhile, fans launched an online investigation. They pulled up old interviews, behind-the-scenes footage, public appearances, anything that might reveal clues. Suddenly, past moments took on new meaning. The way he looked at Caitriona during emotional scenes. The tiny smiles they shared off camera. The rare times his voice softened whenever her name was mentioned. Everything felt like evidence now. But perhaps the most telling reaction of all came straight from Sam himself. After the livestream ended, he didn't immediately go offline. He didn't post a correction or an apology. Instead, he stayed silent, completely silent, for hours. Insiders reported he looked strangely calm, as if releasing the truth had lifted a weight he'd carried for years. One person from the production team later revealed, he didn't panic. He didn't deny it, he just sat there, like someone who finally said what his heart had been wanting to say. And the world knew this was only the beginning. The admission was real. The moment was genuine. And Sam Heughan had just opened a door he could never close again. The hours following Sam's unexpected confession were nothing short of digital chaos. The clip had gone viral across every major platform, spawning reaction videos, fan edits, conspiracy threads, and emotional breakdowns from viewers who had followed Sam and Caitriona's journey for over a decade. But as the internet combusted in real time, one question echoed louder than anything else. How would Caitriona respond? For nearly 6 hours, she remained silent. No posts, no statements, no subtle likes on Instagram. Nothing, and the silence only amplified the frenzy. Behind the scenes, however, Caitriona's world was anything but quiet. According to a source close to her team, she had been in the middle of a photoshoot when her phone began vibrating non-stop. At first, she thought it was a technical glitch. Then she saw her screen flooded with messages, publicists, friends, castmates, even strangers she hadn't spoken to in years. She clicked one link, then another, and suddenly, she saw it. Sam's confession. The moment he looked down, swallowed hard, and said the words she never expected him to say publicly. People who were with her said she froze. Not shocked. Not angry. But overwhelmed. So much so that she had to step away from the set to catch her breath. One eyewitness claimed Caitriona whispered, "He didn't mean to say that, did he?" The makeup artist nearby responded softly, "It didn't look like an accident." Studio executives reacted with immediate alarm. For years, they had worked tirelessly to control the narrative around Sam and Caitriona, two actors whose chemistry threatened to overshadow entire marketing strategies. An internal crisis call was launched within minutes. Their primary concern wasn't fan speculation, it was the potential PR explosion that could affect contracts, brand deals, upcoming releases, and the professional balance the actors had maintained for so long. According to one insider, the studio drafted a statement instructing Sam to clarify his words. But Sam refused, not aggressively, just quietly, firmly, with the kind of conviction that suggested he had spent years thinking about this moment. He said he wasn't going to backtrack, the insider explained. He told them anything else would be dishonest. Meanwhile, Caitriona's team debated how she should respond. Some pushed for silence. Others suggested she frame the moment as misinterpreted emotion. But Caitriona, after watching the clip several more times alone in her trailer, reportedly told her manager, "I need to talk to him first." That sentence alone fueled rumors that her reaction wasn't frustration, but something far more complicated. As the day progressed, hints of Caitriona's emotional state began leaking to the press. One journalist received information that she was shaken but not upset. Another reported she was surprisingly calm. A third claimed she seemed moved. Nobody had the full truth, but the emerging picture suggested a response far deeper than professional detachment. Then came the moment fans had been waiting for. Caitriona finally appeared in public, briefly, outside her hotel. Cameras swarmed, microphones flew forward, reporters shouted questions about Sam's confession. But Caitriona didn't push through the crowd. She didn't flee. Instead, she paused, gave a soft, unreadable smile, and said only one sentence. Sometimes the truth surprises even the people who say it. It was enough. Within minutes, fans were screaming online, claiming her expression said everything her words didn't. Still, the biggest twist was yet to come. That evening, a person close to the production leaked a behind-the-scenes clip that had never aired publicly. It showed Sam and Caitriona sitting off to the side during a break in filming, talking quietly, smiling softly, unaware of a camera capturing them from afar. The way Sam looked at her in the clip matched the exact expression he had during his confession. The way she leaned toward him, relaxed and familiar, made the moment feel undeniably intimate. But the real shock wasn't the video itself. It was the audio. Barely audible, but unmistakably real, Sam's voice could be heard saying, "One day, I'll say it out loud." And Caitriona's quiet reply, "When you're ready." The clip spread like wildfire, instantly confirming to millions that Sam's confession wasn't impulsive. It had been building for years. And as fans replayed the video over and over, one truth became impossible to deny. Sam Heughan hadn't simply admitted hidden feelings by accident. He had finally kept a promise he made long ago. And the world had only just begun to understand what that meant.